Hey everyone, and welcome back to Newegg TV. My name is Paul, and today we have a special guest in the Newegg TV studios. This is Patti from Asus. How's it going, Patti?
Good. How are you doing, Paul?
I'm doing fantastic. You guys might recognize Patti from our CES 2013 coverage. We met up with her in the Trump Tower, and she showed us a early engineering sample of the Asus Cube with Google TV. So that's what we have here today, and Patti has come down to give us all of the gritty details on this device. So let's start out for folks who might not have seen that video. What is the Asus Cube with Google TV all about? What is its intended use?
Okay, so the Asus Cube with Google TV is really intended to bring more entertainment options to your TV. Essentially, it's something you can hook up either to a TV or a monitor using an HDMI port, and just bring together all your entertainment sources from the internet, and you can also hook it up with your cable or satellite box to also bring that functionality into your TV.
So you basically can conglomerate all of your entertainment and media and connect it up with your home theater system.
Yeah, exactly.
And then,
passing it through the Asus Cube with Google TV, then what you can really use is utilize that awesome Google search function and be able to search for shows either on live TV or what's available on the internet.
All right, and the Asus has integrated some awesome features into the Asus Cube. So we're going to start off with a closer look at the retail box. We'll show you guys some accessories, and then we'll go ahead and jump into a demonstration.
All right, sounds good, Paul.
So here's a look at the retail box, you guys, and we have some icons down here at the bottom. So voice, search, and motion control, how do those work?
So the voice search works, we actually integrated a mic and the button onto the remote control.
Okay.
You basically push to activate voice search, say what you're looking for, and it does it for you, very similar to how it works on your Android phones.
All right, and Google TV, will that scour the internet and kind of gather all the sources of the entertainment that you might be searching for?
So the search result, if you're looking for a specific show or actor, you can actually just say either the actor name, the genre that you're looking for, and it'll pull up the search results through their primetime interface and show you, movies that the actor's been in or TV shows the actor's been in, or specific show, and it'll tell you where it's available either on live TV or where it's available through the internet, either on-demand services or streaming.
Very nice. So as Patti just mentioned, live TV capable, of course, also music, photos, movies, internet, playing games, of course, cloud storage functionality, and there's also apps that are available.
Yeah, exactly. So you get the really awesome system of the Google Play Store, so you could download a bunch of different apps. There's also USB functionality, so you can kind of plug and play as well. Okay,
so online entertainment available from various sources. Google Chrome, of course, the Google Play Store, Google Search, as we were just mentioning. You can, of course, watch YouTube videos like the one you're watching right now. Primetime television. So how would one integrate the Asus Cube with, let's say, my set-top box so that I can watch live TV, or is it more of an over-the-air thing, or both?
Both. So what the top does is there's actually an HDMI in and HDMI out, so you can actually connect it to your assisting cable or satellite device, and you set it up and ask you where your location is. It'll pull up the TV guide results. So what Primetime does is it's actually just a single point of access that aggregate all those results together for you, whether it's live TV or on demand or on the internet.
Cool. So we also have an included mobile remote control. Oh wait, this is actually referring to the ability to turn your Android device into a smart remote.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So if you have an Android device, you can actually download the app and use your phone as a remote, so that you're not always scrambling the remote, or if you were there watching TV with your significant other, you guys could be changing the channels.
Kind of battle back and forth.
Yeah, exactly.
There is also an included remote control, which we'll show you guys. They did a really good job on that as well. Also 50 gigabytes of Asus Webstorage for your favorite multimedia content, and Netflix, of course, along with YouTube, one of the other extremely popular streaming media services. What else should we talk about?
The Asus Webstorage is actually really great. If you've seen some of our laptops and desktop devices, you get a certain gigabyte that comes with that as well. So what you can do is really, if you own multiple Asus products, be able to combine all that storage together under one account.
Very nice.
And be able to access it not just on this device, but on your laptop, your PC, or just on the web.
Cool. All right. Here's a quick spin around of the box, just so you guys can see all the sides. Some more kind of a demonstration of the Cube in action right there. And then over on this side, a close-up of the remote, so you guys can take a look at that if you want. We're actually going to pull the remote out here in just a moment, so we'll go over it there. But you can see the voice search button, cursor toggle button, motion control as well. And I think that just about wraps it up for the box itself. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Here's a look at everything that's included in the retail box apart from the Asus Cube itself, of course. So let's start with some documentation right here. We have a quick start guide. This will fold out like so. It has clearly labeled instructions for the Cube itself, the Asus Cube, as well as getting yourself connected to the TV, as well as a cable box, other devices you might want to connect to it. We also have just an important note here to make sure that you update your firmware for the maximum compatibility. And then we also have the user's manual here. I imagine this would be a PDF.
Yeah, it's a PDF.
All right, so you can pop that in to look at the user's manual if you want a little bit more details on what's included in the quick start.
Of course, that will also be available to download on our support site as well.
Okay. Apart from that, we have the remote and included batteries. Let's wait for the remote to give a closer look at that at the end. This is an infrared blaster. Now, if you guys haven't used a device like this before, this simply plugs into the Asus Cube. The other end here you would route over and put near the infrared sensor on your set-top box, for example. That way, when you change the channel with the Asus Cube, it will send that command over to your set-top box and change the channel over there. So that's a pretty common device. And then, of course, we have an AC to DC power brick right there. Very small, so you should be able to tuck that away wherever necessary. I also like that you guys put some little Velcro straps on here to keep the cables nice and tight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, really, like, if you were to take this device from one room to the other or to a friend's house, you could easily do that and wrap it up.
Makes it a bit more portable.
Yeah.
AC power plug side, of course, as well. That plugs into the power brick.
Yeah.
And then we have the remote. So let's talk a little bit about the remote itself, because this is pretty fancy. You'll notice you have a full QWERTY keyboard on that side. So if you're doing searches, punching in information, that is all available to you right there. You don't have to use arrow keys to toggle around to an on-screen keyboard, for example. I really like that. Some extra functions on here?
Yeah, so you get your search function, your info button, the back button as well. You also have, you know, the FN key, so you have the different symbols directly on it. What I also really like is they actually incorporate a caps lock button,
Very nice.
so you don't have to keep holding down shift.
If you want to do capital letters. I was like,
if you want to keep yelling at people on the internet, yes.
That's very
makes it
handy.
very easy.
If you're trolling the internet, a caps lock key is very helpful. Also, just I like this little design decision. The battery is actually one on either side, and that just helps keep it nice and balanced in your hand, especially if you're typing. Very handy there. And then this is kind of the more remote side, but we also have, is this an actual touchpad?
It's actually both a direction pad and touchpad.
Oh, very nice.
So on the side of the room, on the side, you actually have a toggle button where you could turn on and off the touchpad function.
Okay.
So while you have it off, you use it as a directional pad, and then when you turn it on, the cruiser comes on, and you could use it as a touchpad similar to on your laptop. Actually support multi-gestures as well.
All right, and then we have a power button for the Asus Cube, and also a power button for your television or set-top box?
Yeah, exactly, to put it on standby.
Okay, and then basic functionality buttons like you guys are probably familiar with down there. So here you can also access the voice command, is that correct?
Yes, exactly. It's actually located on two locations, one right here on the forward-facing, and then one also on the side as well. So you can really easily just, you know, hold your remote and just click it when you're done.
Cool, and then of course, basic media function buttons down there at the bottom as well. So forward, back, fast forward, rewind. Play, pause, an easy Netflix access button, live TV, channels up and down, and volume up and down.
Exactly, and a picture-in-picture button as well.
Oh, cool. Very nice. All right, so there's a look at the remote, and we'll be showing you this in action in just a moment. Let's move on to an overview of the actual Asus Cube itself, and then we'll show you guys a demo. So here is the Asus Cube with Google TV itself. So as you can see, it's got a fairly unique design. It is cube-shaped, as an Asus Cube most likely would be. We also have on the front here simply infrared receiver.
LED indicator for when it's on and off.
Okay, so LED, that's the smaller strip right there.
Yeah, exactly. You'll see a little glow light come through.
On the bottom, we have some rubber feet, so that helps keep a little bit of extra space between the bottom of the device and a bit of air intake right there. Also, model number information as well as FCC compatibilities and that sort of thing. Over on this side, we have a USB port, so I imagine if you have media on a USB thumb drive, for example?
Like thumb drive or a extra hard drive. If you don't want to use, if you want to use a bigger keyboard, you can also hook up a bigger keyboard or like a mouse, and so it has support for both peripherals and.
So could you theoretically plug in like a wireless USB receiver or something like that for like a wireless like full-size keyboard if you wanted to go that route?
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool. Next to the USB, we have a recessed hard reset button, so you can use that to with the paperclip if you want to go back to factory default settings. And then here on the back are your primary connections for both input and output. So we have, this is for the infrared blaster.
And then the two HDMI in and out.
All right, so HDMI in would come from your set-top box, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
HDMI out goes over to your television or to your home theater system. And then we have an additional USB port right there, so having two is better than one. Also RJ45 port there for a wired internet connection, and then your DC input for your AC to DC power adapter.
Exactly, and then of course it has Wi-Fi built in, so you can also choose, do you want to network it in hardwire or wireless as well?
So you can use it in wireless mode. What version of wireless is available?
It's N.
Okay, so 802.11n compatible, so you can go for your high-speed wireless connection, especially if you're going to be streaming HD video. That's very important to have. Yes. And I would imagine that an Asus router would be a perfect companion for this device.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Well, next up we're going to give a quick demo of the Asus Cube with Google TV in action. So just a moment while we set that up, we'll be right back.
So here we have the Asus Cube with Google TV interface, and what we've really done is we actually went in and specially designed a different UI. What's really unique about it is you actually get the different categories or product that you see right there on the left side. So you can actually have, your little, so you'll have your little home button and the different icons. You can either click through them or scroll through them. So let me just scroll through them so you kind of see what your available options are in terms of organizing your apps.
Okay.
So we have TV and movie, so you can put all your favorite TV and movie apps. This comes default with Netflix, Primetime, YouTube, and a movie playback device as well. We have a game section, so you can load up some of your favorite games and do some motion gaming as well with the remote. There is social life, so you have your Facebook app, your I don't know.
Twitter?
Aside from Twitter, aside from Facebook and Twitter, apps like on here as well. We also included the Asus Webstorage icon here as well under life to really give you cloud computing at its best. There's also one for sports, music, news, education, photo, and of course a favorite one as well, so you can put all your favorite app. And right now we have, of course, the lovely Newegg TV app for Google TV.
Yes, that's one of our newest apps from Newegg, so if you guys have a Google TV device such as the Asus Cube right here, well, you can shop on Newegg and buy stuff from the comfort of your couch. So there's a quick search, as you can see, with a bunch of products available from Newegg, including Asus products, of course.
So what's also really cool about this, as we were talking about earlier, is the voice search app. We actually have it integrated on the remote as a button, and what you do is just push the button and activate it. And you can basically look at a really wide array of stuff. So for instance, we can also if you don't have the app installed, you can actually browse for it on Chrome by just simply clicking on the little search icon. It'll prompt me to say something. Newegg. So we can actually, either open up the app or go to Google Chrome. But of course, with Google TV, what you're really looking for is some of those entertainment options. So what we could do is actually look for some of our favorite shows. So one of my favorites to always look up is just The Simpsons. It's a very good classic.
It's a standby.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So let me give that a shot. Simpsons. So what it's actually doing is actually pulling it up in their app called Primetime, and it'll show you a little blurb about what Simpson is if you're not familiar with that, and a little icon and the different episodes that are actually available. So if you actually have the device hooked up to your TV, it'll actually tell you if it's available on live TV as well.
Okay.
But it'll also tell you where you could find it on the web or on your demand services. So we have support for Amazon, Google Play, and Vudu as well. Of course, there's also support for Netflix and HBO Go.
Okay, so right now we're only connected to the internet. So, for example, at the top there you see the on now and the on soon. Those are grayed out right now, but if you did integrate this with your cable TV service, for example, and The Simpsons was playing now or coming up soon, that would be listed under those categories?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So the other things you could search for using the search button instead of just a specific episode, or a specific series, but you can also look up a genre or even just like actor and actually pull up the different movies and shows that he's in.
Okay.
So it's actually really like a very easy way to find your entertainment, even if you're not sure what you're looking for.
So very flexible way of searching, and I like that you don't have to know specifically the show you're looking for, but genre-based searches, actor-based searches. If you have a favorite actor and you're wondering what else they might be in that is available for you to watch, you can just say their name and it'll pop up everything that's available.
So actually, that's a really cool thing about Google TV is they have this feature called Prime Time. Once you kind of like watch a couple of different shows and you rate a couple of different movies and different things like that, I'll actually take into account what your favorites and your preferences are and actually recommend you shows as well.
Oh, okay.
So it's a really great way to explore and expand your horizon for entertainment choices.
Awesome.
So aside from all the great TV and movie features, you can also of course browse the internet and use the Google Play Store. So one of my favorite sites that I kind of like going to is to keep up with the world is CNN.
Okay.
So let me just give that a try. CNN. So I'll actually launch it in Chrome. It'll go directly to the website. And what's really great about CNN, like similar to YouTube, is they actually have an extra large version. So I recognize that you're on, Google TV or you're on the big screen essentially, and go to their extra large version of their site. So it's slightly different than their regular browser.
So they have one that's a bit easier to navigate. Now, if you were navigating to a site that didn't have this configuration set up like CNN does, what would the interface be like then?
So it'll be a very similar interface to what you see on your computer. So what I could do is actually show you the CNN full site as well here. And it'll just show it out as part of Chrome, and you just navigate it either using the touchpad or the cruiser, similar to the way you'll navigate a web page on your laptop.
Okay, so for any website that isn't set up for Google TV, of course, you can still access the full website there, and of course, just as you would with any browser, be able to play back any media that's available.
Yeah, exactly. So it definitely has support for a wide range of media playback. So YouTube will play on it. Of course, some of the videos on CNN. I think we were just watching a clip on the crisis in North Korea. So that's something really cool. So you can actually play the video, and then for some reason you just want to listen to it and not watch it, you can actually go back to like the home browser, or just pull it up above it, and it'll keep continuing playing unless you stop it. Okay,
so you see the kind of grayed out area in the background that would continue to run even if you're navigating to look for other stuff or check your social media or something really like quickly.
I mean, this is a great feature, especially like if you're watching live TV and let's say a commercial comes on, you can easily pull up something and search for like maybe the score on TV.
Very nice.
And of course, if you have it hooked up to live TV, you can also use the picture-in-picture format. So you can pull out picture-in-picture, and then it'll give you the option, actually really cool, to move it to the different corners, as well to make it two different sizes. So it's available on this side and slightly bigger one that comes out to about here.
Okay, very nice. So next up, we're going to do a quick demonstration of pairing the Asus Cube with a device. We currently have a Nexus 7, which is running Android, also compatible with iOS devices, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so there's a mobile remote and a YouTube app that you can download both for Android and iOS that you could pair up with the Asus Cube with Google TV. And
essentially you just need the Android or iOS device as well as the Asus Cube connected to the same network, so ideally connected to the same router?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So what we have here is actually a YouTube video that we filmed back at PAX East 2013, play in the background. So what I'm actually doing right now on my my Nessus device is kind of just looking up a video that we filmed this weekend from AMD Fan Day. So what we can actually do is just hit this button here and then send it to the big screen. There you go. So then it's actually playing on the big screen. You can also choose to play on your tablet as well. So you can actually do both at the same time.
All right, so the media playback is going on both devices.
So it actually gives you a little toolbar right here as well. So this is actually native into the YouTube app in the latest update.
Okay.
So I can actually choose between the two.
Okay.
Or you can have it play on Cube.
Cool. And then there we have some footage of the AMD Fan Day event that we were at with Patti just this past weekend. And that is going to wrap it up for this video, guys. We have been taking a closer look at the Asus Cube with Google TV, and we've been talking with Patti, and thank you very much for stopping by today, Patti.
Thank you for having me, Paul. Anytime.
And if you guys would like to see more videos, you can find them on our Newegg TV YouTube channel, of course, and the Asus Cube with Google TV is now available on Newegg.com, so don't forget to pick one up for your very own. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more tech videos. Give us a like if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you all next time on Newegg TV.